Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is yet again another fabulous astrological week. This week, as you can tell by the article of what I'm reading, Mars in Capricorn will become realistic. So Mars is moving out of the sign of Sagittarius and into the sign of Capricorn. And this is huge. So, what do we know about Mars? Mars is the planet that you wake up and you feel like, I want to get something going. I want to get this accomplished. I have, because Mars is really the masculine planet. It really gives you the energy and the stamina to really, give it all you have. And it's just that, it's like a hot planet. It's fire. It rules Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, which starts everything off. It's the beginning of springtime. It is the match. It's the fire starter. It starts the whole astrological year off. And then all of the other things follow. Whereas Taurus, we can ground, we can get in touch with our values and look at very practical things. And then Gemini, we take this from over here and we add the intellect and we add the information, and it just goes on and on and on. So Mars has been in Sagittarius, which has really given us a chance to independently really go after what we want to go after, because Sagittarius is the centaur, and it has its sights high and far. And with Mars in Sagittarius, it's a great time to really adventure and achieve all of those things. And it's very and really it's about Mars and Sagittarius is that you have your own philosophy. And with Mars and Sagittarius, I think it's time for people to respect your philosophy. With Mars and Sagittarius. So that's what that is. They're respecting others. So anyway, so Mars and Capricorn. Mars is the energy. Mars is the inertia to really get going. Capricorn is represented by the mountain goat, the goat that will just keep climbing and climbing and climbing to the top of the mountain, and will look at the situation, taking one step at a time, and will never give up. Capricorn achieves and has a very optimistic outlook on the situation of what it wants to accomplish, because if it was so negative of a sign and so pessimistic, then how then would it be so committed and driven and all of those things? That doesn't make sense, because in order to have that, you have to have the energy. You have to have that motivation. And so Mars and Capricorn, really about achieving your goals, getting this accomplished. It's really going to give you that energy. So Mars, action, aggression, and I may add in sex. So this says that it's leaving the fiery sign of Sagittarius, which is mutable fire, and then it's heading into Capricorn on the 24th. So this would be Monday. This would be the day when this video is coming out, is when Mars is leaving and it's transitioning into this sign. So March 6th, that's around the time when Venus leaves the sign of Capricorn and it transitions into Aquarius, which is really going to give way toward friend relationships. because Venus is relationship, and Aquarius is kind of an attached sign where it's very social and likes to, likes to socialize, get to know people, but not in terms of the intimate, matters of relationship. So if you can imagine, during Venus and Aquarius, is more of a detached relationship where you want to be friends as opposed to, a lover with this person. So that's that energy. So, not only is this such a wonderful placement, but Mars is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. Because think about it, Capricorn is the mountain goat. Capricorn is cardinal Earth, and Earth builds. Earth starts and creates the foundations, and little by little, slowly and steadily, it just works its way up. And it's all about details and getting all those things, and really, really, having a goal and putting in the steps and having the commitment to achieve that goal. So, that's really what it's all about. So when Mars is in Sagittarius, it's kind of very jovial, fiery, sort of energy where we just want to reach out and do all this. Capricorn focuses it and anchors it, and this is what is really important. This is what is worth committing to. So ambitions and instincts. Mars is very instinctual, and all those things. So when as I'm reading, it says the sea goat, and I'm not a fan of that. No, Capricorn is the mountain goat. It is the mountain goat. Sea goat and mountain goat are different things. But so moving on. This is really going to give you the drive to complete all that you want to complete. So, for instance, if you are in a workplace, if you are doing a project, if you are, writing a novel or trying to start a company or whatever you're doing, this is a great opportunity, because Capricorn also looks at your career as well. The 10th house is the sector that looks at your career and your job and what you're going to put out into the world and make others see. Because career, how are you going to contribute to the world? What are you going to achieve and accomplish? What is your purpose? What are you really here to do? So really, really get serious. So it's also meticulous, and it's also a good time to resolve things, clean up things. In Sun and Capricorn, people create their New Year's resolutions, or as Nancy Levin, the spiritual author, she has a lot of books on spirituality. Instead of calling it New Year's resolution, call it the non-negotiables. And so she has a video on that, and she explains what she means by non-negotiable is to be easy on yourself, give yourself permission to take care of self-care, don't create something too intense or restrictive. Just do something reasonable that you can achieve. And what I would, theoretically recommend is you have goals, and then you wait until springtime and start that, because of the energy, the sun being in Aries, the new astrological year. Try starting those things, try initiating those things then, and maybe there will be a difference. Who knows? So I'm looking at this. Says being a leader. being the leader, being the initiator. Like, I know what I want to accomplish, and put yourself in the driver's seat of your own life, and really, really go after that. So this is very achieving transit, very earthy, very practical. This is going to be a smooth energy, because of the planets, of various aspects, trines, sextiles, all those things. So it'll be really, really easy to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Um, Mars is also together with Jupiter. Mars, the planet of action, ambition, together with Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and it blows everything up, and let's expand this, let's grow this, maybe manifest this. It's just this open, jovial, very optimistic energy, and it's in Pisces, the sign that anything is possible. Anything is possible. We're all one. No boundaries. It's the time for really dreaming big, imagining. We need to imagine. With Mars and Capricorn, we can apply it, and we can put it into physical, real progress. So with Jupiter and Pisces, dreaming big and having these visions and beliefs, Mars and Capricorn, now we can apply that. Now we can, say, okay, we're going to have a goal and we're going to achieve that with Mars and Capricorn. Wonderful time for new businesses, being charitable, working, and Jupiter in Pisces is also empathy, selflessness, and compassion. So compassion, prosperity, achieving all that we want to achieve, and maybe doing it also because we want to help, because we want to serve somebody else, and humbly for that matter, because that's a really high road of Capricorn. So we have Mars in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn is really, really, it looks at our relationships and our values, and what really, really matters. We want them to be serious. We want them to really matter to us. We want them to have meaning, and real value. And also, I heard about this for the long term, and we want it to really mean quite a lot with Venus and the sign of Capricorn, and Pluto in Capricorn intensifying the governments and power systems and all of those things. And there's so many things that you could say about that as well. So a lot of Capricorn, a lot of this energy going on. So if there was any doubts, or if there was any restrictions or any setbacks or delays, now is the time to go after what you want. Take advantage of this and really, achieve. That's what I would say. So, being grounded, achieving it from a grounded place, because Capricorn is Earth. It's very, very practical. Let's move slowly. Let's go one step at a time. Let's look at the details and sort this out here and there. And with the North Node in Taurus, it says to this, let's not go, but slowly and gently move one step at a time, because Taurus, North Node in Taurus is, being gentle and being in the moment, and, being very grounded, and really accomplishing our personal values and going at it from a slower, sort of steadier pace here. So, Wonderful time for taking risks. So the shadow side, we have to look at shadows. So shadow side of Mars and Capricorn. So this looks at just, I guess, over ambition. So over materialism. So it says Mars is a sign that can gravitate toward being a workaholic because of the ambition, that masculine like workaholism. So relaxing and smell the roses. We have the North Node moving into Taurus, and Scorpio is so intense, like Scorpio, very, very intense. North Node in Taurus, slowing down and relaxing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And just being calm, taking all the time in the world, no rush. And when we're not rushing, because I find that when I'm rushing, I can't be as practical. I can't think as practically. I can't get all of the details. I might miss something. Something might happen. But when I slow down, I can get out all that I want to get out. I can talk. I can achieve all that I want to achieve when I give myself permission to slow down, and I can say all that I need to say when I slow down. It's really about that. So there's a lot of determination with Mars and Capricorn with this as well. Very determined. Again, the mountain goat. And that is the weekly video. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week.